NBA champion sends strong message to Napheesa Collier amid stand against Cathy Engelbert. While Aya Wilson, an MVP in her own right, chose her words carefully, calling the situation interesting instead of outright blasting the league to protect her brand, another MVP-caliber star, Napheesa Collier, who directly felt the sting of the league's decisions, didn't hold back. She went straight at WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. And now, an NBA champion has stepped in, backing her up and doubling down on that courage. Kevin Garnett wasn't about to let Napheesa Collier's words go unnoticed. On his Instagram stories, he shared the full presser of her directly calling out Cathy Engelbert and wrote, "We see you Napheesa 100 points medium dark skin on emoji modifier medium skin on emoji modifier. Takes a lot to step up and speak on the issues. Respect 100 points. That's a big time shout out, especially for a player fresh off a brutal playoff exit." The Lynx, who came in as the top seed, had their season cut short in an 86-81 loss to the Phoenix Mercury in Game 4 of the semifinals. To make it worse, their coach felt that the loss was flat-out stolen. Collier's decision to step up and speak out carried even more weight. Napheesa Collier spoke for more than 4 minutes, putting the commissioner and the league office on blast for their lack of accountability, especially around inconsistent officiating. "We have the best league in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But we have the worst leadership in the world," she said, pulling no punches. The silence after her injury in Game 3 of the semifinals set her off. Collier shared that Cathy Engelbert never even reached out. "Not one call, not one text," she said, pointing out that instead, it was Engelbert's deputy who downplayed her injury and denied physical play had anything to do with it. For Collier, that was the perfect example of the commissioner's tone-deaf and dismissive approach toward the players. She connected it to a bigger issue, player protection and the league's future. Collier questioned how the WNBA can talk about sustainability when players constantly get hurt and officiating remains inconsistent. She even recalled a conversation with Engelbert, saying the commissioner once told her Caitlin Clark should be grateful to the league for endorsements and that players should be on their knees, thanking her for the new media deal. That, Collier suggested, shows exactly where the league's priorities are. All of this boiled over after Game 3's chaos. Collier left with an ankle injury after a no-call that left head coach Cheryl Reeve fuming. Reeve exploded at the officials, had to be pulled away by her staff, and ended up being ejected with 21 seconds left. Her profanity-laced presser after the game got her suspended for Game 4, while Collier's injury kept her out too. The Lynx, without their leader on the bench or their star on the floor, saw their season slip away, and Collier made sure the league knew exactly who she blamed. Collier has become the face of change in women's professional basketball. In 2023, she co-founded Unrivaled, a one-on-one style off-season league giving 36 WNBA stars a chance to stay in the U.S., compete for 8 weeks, and even earn more than their WNBA salaries. That's real change, and players know it. When Collier won, Kevin Garnett gave her flowers on Instagram. "Shout out to the Queen of the Hill Crown Napheesa at Napheesa24. You did it face with team from knows 100 points, and then slipped in a jab at the NBA too. Hey NBA at NBA take notes. FR 100 points at Unrivaled Basketball fire 100 points. Collier's not just shaking up the WNBA, she's making waves big enough for the NBA to notice. Napheesa Collier isn't alone in her fight for change. Since Collier's explosive statement, the ripple effect across the league has been loud. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White praised her leadership, saying, "I have a lot of respect for Fee. I'm thankful that we have strong women that are willing to say the things that matter and say the things that will move the needle for change." Fever guard Lexi Hull echoed the same, adding, "I think I agree with everything she said. We're at a really important time in the league and changes need to be made." Even Sparks forward De'Erica Hamby and Liberty's Isabel Harrison took a moment to thank Collier for speaking up. Angel Reese had already turned up the heat. The Chi-Town Barbie didn't just call the league out, she threatened to leave if things didn't change. "We deserve more. Everybody. But we gotta face the consequences," she said, pointing out how rookies might earn more while she's stuck at $73,439 as a rookie and $74,909 in her second year of a 4-year, $324,383 deal. "If things don't improve," she added, "if y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out. I have options outside the WNBA, and I am not afraid to take them if the league doesn't start valuing its players more." And she's not alone. Mercury forward Sata Sabali has been vocal all season, especially about brutal scheduling. A.